So here's your typical hot water tank, and up here you've got the overflow valve, which would open if the thing got too much pressure. And you have one of these on your house tanks as well. The difference is on the house they have a pipe coming from this overflow valve to the floor, whereas in the trailer it discharges right here and then runs down all over everything, which is not very good, but that's the way they are. So once a year, at least, you would want to test this thing to make sure that it's actually working, because if it seizes for some reason, then the tank can blow up, which wouldn't be good. The downside of testing it is sometimes they end up leaking after you test them. That shows you that you should replace the valve, or as what my brother-in-law, the plumber, showed me, is if it did start to leak, carefully tap this end here, and it would push it in. Like, just tap it lightly with a hammer. Don't kill it, but just give it a light tap, and sometimes that'll reseat it, and that'll fix the issue. Here's your gas line coming in, and like I showed you on the fridge, you should get some soap and water and put it over the fitting here once a year, just to see if there's any leaks. And if there are any bubbles appearing, then you get a gas guy to come in and fix the issue. Here's where the flame will appear, and so in the spring, when you get your once you've got the water in the tank, of course, then you can come out and take a look to make sure that the flame is flaming. Down here, there's the that's the depending on your tank, that could be just a cap, or I think with this type of tank, this particular brand, it's an anode rod, like I showed you in the other video, where it's a long rod sticking into the tank. You can see they've used a little of the white tape to keep it from leaking. A couple of buttons here that say push to reset. Probably never have to use them, but if you do, that's what they're there for. And down here, this is your heating, the electric heating element, which would burn out rather quickly if you turned it on without water being in the tank. What else can I show you here? This is the electric spark ignition for the gas. So once the gas starts to flow, this thing will produce a spark to get the flame going. I don't suggest that you do touching any of this stuff. Like, this is an adjustment thing, I think, for the gas mixture, which I'm not going to touch because I don't know what I'm doing. So best to get a gas fitter guy to do it. Here's instructions for how to light it.